The power of Mother Nature. This new video just came in right before the newscast showing another round of flash flooding in New Mexico. This is the third flash flood in less than a month. It shows roads in Ruidoso submerged by the floodwater. Officials there warning against travel unless it's needed to non-flood prone areas there. But they have a burn scar there because of a big fire that burned there last year, and that is not helping this situation whatsoever. Let's bring in forecaster Seth Sanders watching our weather here at home. Hi, Seth.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, we have burn scars here as well. The good news is we don't have any serious precipitation or flash flooding concerns to worry about. It can also be bad news, too. It is very dry out there, and we do need help containing the fires that we already have.
Sure.
But first, let's talk about that black desert time lapse. Look at this sunset.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's great.
I know. I love when we get these red sunsets.
Oh, the colors.
I know. But it's also an indication that there's a little bit of smoke in the sky. And as we take a look at this time lapse from Utah State University, you're going to see the increase in that haze as we get through the day. Take a look towards the mountains. You notice it becomes a little fuzzier and fuzzier as we proceed through the evening. And we do actually still have elevated particulate matter in a lot of places. Davis County looking at unhealthy for sensitive groups. So you do want to limit your time outside if you're sensitive to respiratory illness. A lot of this particulate matter is not only from the wildfire smoke, but the smoke from the fireworks. We saw this happen on the 4th of July as well. Bringing it over to eastern and southern Utah. It is clean and iron in Washington County now, but particulate matter is still on the eastern portion of this state. Smoke is favoring eastern Utah. You can see that right here. And as we put this into motion, you're going to see overnight that southerly flow is going to continue pushing it northward into the Uinta Basin, Vernal, Price, Castle Country, all looking at thicker plumes of smoke by the time we get to tomorrow morning. And then the winds will start to shift, and we'll see it on the Wasatch Front as well as we get into Saturday morning. You see that right there. Pausing that at Saturday at 4 a.m. Could see some thicker plumes. We're going to keep our eye on that. And with that smoke comes poor air quality. It is going to be moderate tomorrow across the state, northern and southern Utah, thanks to both smoke and ozone as the sun gets higher in the sky. That can burn your lungs if you're exposed to that for too long. Temperatures right now are still fairly warm. It's a nice evening. We're in the 80s and 70s up here in northern Utah, 60s in the Wasatch back in southwest Wyoming. Milford and Cedar City also in the 60s, and St. George sitting at 89 degrees. Overnight, those temperatures are going to cool down, but it will stay fairly warm, 74 degrees by midnight here in Salt Lake City, dropping into the 60s in the early morning hours, and then it starts to warm right back up, 81 degrees by 10 o'clock, clear skies overnight and all the way into tomorrow. Now, we do have fire alerts that are going in effect this weekend. You can see that here, south central Utah. That includes places like Capitol Reef, the San Rafael Swell, the Color Country Mountains. It's going to be in effect Saturday. We're looking at wind gusts up to 60 miles or 30 miles an hour and humidity as low as 6%. And there's a very good chance this gets upgraded to a red flag warning. So keep your eye out for that. We'll keep you forewarned. This is our future dew point, which you see here in the red. That indicates dry air. Dew point is a measurement of how much water is present in the air, or is that the air is able to hold. And you notice we finally start to push that dry air as we get into the middle of the week. And I want to bring your attention down to Phoenix. We are starting to pull up some moisture from the Baja Coast, and that could mean monsoon flow. That's something that we definitely need here, as long as it's not too much all at once. Regional forecast for tomorrow shows we're just a couple degrees warmer than we were today. 90s across a lot of the state. As for the Wasatch Front, we'll be in the mid-90s. 80s for the Wasatch back, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies in northern Utah. Eastern Utah still looking at hazy skies thanks to that wildfire smoke from the Dragon Bravo fire in Arizona. 90s down I-15, 80s in the central portion of central Utah. And then down in southern Utah, we're looking at a mix of 80s and 90s, 99 degrees for St. George. We could see a triple digit in some places down in Washington County. Can't rule it out. If not tomorrow, then this weekend we have a better chance of hitting that. Notice we do have a little bit of a breeze. That's going to elevate those fire conditions like we mentioned, and it'll keep you somewhat cool. Not really. 104 degrees by Monday, 103 on your Tuesday, and then there's that monsoon flow as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Isolated thunderstorms in the forecast by this time next week. The Wasatch Front doesn't have very much rain in the forecast. There is a chance that we do get it as we get to next Thursday, but as of right now, it looks like we're just going to be getting an increase in cloud coverage and temperatures. Only a 3-degree fluctuation between 95 and 98 degrees.
Pretty steady up here.
Pretty steady in the north, yeah.
All right, and hot down south. Oh boy.
As always.
Oh boy.
And we can hear the skies light light up right now, right outside our studio.
They insulated this room really well.
So
I'm ready for the grand